Amnian Nights. Monkey summarizes.
Last time we started off with an unconscious Janos Firecam, with Sire defending him, whilst Atticus tried to attack him. In the end, after rolling many a natural one, and missing every single ability and failing every check, Atticus gave up and started to walk away a bit. During that process, he'd also summoned the old abyssal hyena, and then as he was walking away, he also sort of made it go and attack him, which was great. Sadly for me, it turns out Janos Firecam is an NPC who can roll death saves, and therefore wasn't immediately slain, only to be resurrected by Sire, who did the old one hit point heal yo-yo trick. And as a single entity, or two entities versus the entire team, there was no chance of me killing him. And so Atticus went in to find the prisoner. Prisoner turned out to be a giant, scary-looking Oni, who Atticus lied about again, and has told everyone he was probably just a big tiefling.
So good.
Atticus tried to find a way to unleash the Oni, whilst the rest of the gang were more concerned with getting some more information out of Janos. And eventually they did, discovering that the Oni that was trapped there was the one who permanently injured with permanent pain the siblings' father, and that this was like a multi-year project in the making to get revenge, since Janos was a friend of our father. The group ended up kind of resolving to leave. Atticus went back to try and finish off Janos by himself, with some encouragement from Obsidian. And it turned out he had like the world's strongest potion of healing and was at full strength again, and just like completely fine. And so he beat the shit out of Atticus. The gang dragged him back off. We paid for some healing at the Temple of Ogma, and are planning to instead go and help those guys.
Excellent, thank you. Get inspiration. When your mic was down, you had quite a lot of background static, which you don't normally have. So that's something you can fix. But also, yeah, he had a decent potion of healing, but he also had an entire pool of lay on hands that he hadn't. No hands had been laying so
Bastard.
far. So yeah, he was left with a minute or two to patch himself up, and yeah, spared your life for the love he bore your father. Everybody gets one. Next time you're like, fuck that guy. So now you are in the entrance of the Hall of Knowledge beneath the Temple of Ogma. Is there anything that anybody else wants to add before we get to it? Then let's get to it. You were given the ward stone to bring the ward down, and you were told that there was chaos and disarray beyond that, and that the main door into the Dragon Hall would have been sealed by another one of the prelates who you are to assume is down here somewhere. And scene.
If I'm not wrong, we had just opened it, right?
Hmm?
We just walked up to
or
it.
in the process.
Yeah, as you touch the ward stone to the like bubble over the rubble, it fades, and a few rocks just that were clearly being propped up by the magic just topple to the floor.
Great. Glancing back at everyone, I will step forward. Gonna look right, left, see if I can hear anything.
Yeah, there are some dim drift globes sort of hanging around occasionally. A lot of disarray in this room. Sconces all out on the wall. Huge amount of dust. So much dust that it clearly isn't from age, it's from recent activity, messy activity. And there are quite a few bodies dotted around on the floor, all looking fairly recent and fresh. And obviously to the west, you see another glowing field blocking a doorway.
I will just point that out to everyone and be like, I don't know if that means we go that way, or if that means we go there last.
We need to find another stone.
Yeah, you're probably right. We need to find what's her name.
Lucinda.
The bodies are which way, you said?
There's a couple in here. There's a couple on the floor
I
down
see.
here. There's one that looks to have been horribly, you can see even from here, several limbs lying a few too many feet away from the person they originally belonged to the north.
Did we? Oh, sorry.
No, I think we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, probably. Did we know anything about the person we are looking for here? Because we are supposed to retrieve the ward stone from a person who had it for the other one, right?
Mm-hmm.
For the
Yeah,
other
Lord
gate.
Keeper Lucinda.
Yes. Do we know what to look for, or is it just find the ward stone in?
I don't
In
have
the
any
basement.
details written down.
So you knew that there were five.
Okay, that's
five
manageable.
people. Yeah, five unaccounted for. One of whom was Lucinda. I'll give to you straight away. There are more than 5 corpses here.
All right. Well,
Oh.
Obsidian will start looking over them and trying to establish what killed them. If it looks like just physical weapon wounds.
I'll give you all straight away that as you're looking over the people in here, 4 of them are dressed very similarly to the acolytes you've seen upstairs. 3 are wearing dark black and purple robes.
Do those look more like richer, as in like a higher status, for example?
They don't really match the themes of the temple vestments that you've seen so far, in color or even in like styling. Like you saw a fairly high-ranking member of a temple before, and you saw the High Atla, and they weren't dressed anything like this either.
Was there a group of people trying to take over the archives? Guess I thought this was a creature. I'm just gonna say aloud to the group.
Well, perhaps they were here for research and were caught by the creature. This is a place of learning. Do you recognize these clothes? Do I recognize those clothes? As a religion?
Don't believe you would. No.
Maybe these are some kind of insurgents who summoned whatever creature is at large.
Well, the fact that we weren't told about them being here would suggest that the temple didn't know about their presence.
Maybe. Cool, I'm gonna step forward.
I'm not. I'd like to very much inspect these corpses, like their wounds, for cause of death.
Yeah, you can make me a medicine check. There are 7 bodies here, so we can. What, Obsidian? Did you say the same thing?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
I thought you were, and you just went to talk about the corpses altogether. I thought that's it.
I did not hear
That's
you
fine.
say that. No.
That's
Well,
okay.
we'll go with yours if you
Sira's
declared first.
doing fine.
There's different corpses. I'm sure there might be different things to learn.
Okay. Siri, are you looking at the clearly, definitely Ogmites, or the strangers? And Obsidian can do the other.
Yeah, I'll go for the Ogmites, and sort of kind of establishing like the cause of the wounds. You know, is it like a weapon wound and a creature wound? They said something about their spirits being like coming out of their body. So I guess I'm looking for exit wounds.
So, looking across them, you see as you're going through across these 4 acolytes, 2 of them, well, one of them has clearly, from the amount of blood on them, was stabbed at least a couple of times on the torso. But the rest of their body looks somewhat shriveled. They look, an 18, they all look to be quite diminished, almost malnourished, these corpses. 3 of them are, the ones that haven't been stabbed, look very pale. And again, just underfed. Maybe the people who work down here didn't get out to get in the sun or get much of a decent meal. They noticeably aren't noticeably less healthy looking than the people you saw upstairs. Yeah.
Is there a dagger nearby?
Not that you can see. You're just making an appraisal of their wounds. Meanwhile, Obsidian, do you wanna... Oh, you already have. Okay. You find these 3 other bodies.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is quite heavily charred. The robes have somehow survived most of the damage, but there are a couple of very concentrated points of flame on them, which I would say, from being in the company and seeing it used before, you would associate with like a scorching ray, maybe.
Okay.
The other 2, one of them appears to have been run through. At first glance, as you're looking, the wound doesn't look quite right for a stabbing. There's some sort of skin, there's some damage to the flesh nearby, and as you're looking it over, there's a fair bit of dampness. Like maybe they were, as daft as it might, as foolish as it might sound, stabbed with ice that then has melted away.
No worries. Okay, would there be, because you mentioned that there has been one stabbing, would these guys, the purple-robed ones, have any daggers on them that are bloodied?
Yeah, maybe an investigation check for looking over them. You do find that one of them has a, as you sort of turn them over a little bit to inspect them, you see that they were lying on top of a black, very, very simple dagger. Not even got a cross guard. It's just like a blade on a small stick, probably to be hidden or secreted somewhere. You also find that 2 of them have a small leather bundle on the back of their belt, which you almost miss. If you were to look in that, you would find just a number of different botanical and chemical compounds and oddities in there, and this is basically 2 component pouches.
Sure. Well, Asha, do you wish to look at this? This looks like something you'd be interested in. And he will recover those and just hand them over, the pouches, to see if there's anything interesting.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna take them cautiously. I'm just kind of picking them off bodies.
Yeah. I would also
okay.
give you Obsidian as you're removing that. As you're removing one of the component pouches, you notice there is a note tucked in the belt band as well, which simply says, "You know what to do. Purge him."
Purge him. Okay. Sure. Anything regarding the theory that they fought and these were the stabbers, or not really?
It would seem from an arrangement of the scene. I think as you're looking over this series, probably piecing this together as well, sort of stuff there. These are definitely arranged in a way that would suggest there was violence exchange between the two groups.
Okay.
Obsidian, do you share that note with us?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Obsidian would share generally all the insights he can find here. Like, this is very much a...
Okay.
I'm looking and, talking about the possible combat that ensued in these halls.
There's
Looking to
nothing
see-
other than general spell components in here, right?
Yeah, looks to be 2 component pouches.
Meanwhile, can I also just listening in for any sounds, any gusts of air, sounds, smells, in this, I can assume, quite silent place?
You can definitely hear flies.
I can?
To the north, nearby. Just it's so still and heavy the air that occasionally the sound picks up a little bit. And I would say, with even by Ash's light, you can see there are just some flies flickering and flitting around the dismembered corpse to the north. Make me a perception check if you really want to push for a second and listen to something else, Siri.
Yeah, I'd like to. Also, the corpses we looked at don't have missing limbs, do they?
No. 16. You hear a distant. It does sound like a very, very steady wind somewhere deeper within the complex.
Strange. Can hear an opening, perhaps an underground grotto.
Certainly something that the monks were unaware of. Led us to believe.
It's definitely quite cold down here as well.
I understood that this was meant to be the only entrance to these tunnels.
I mean, it might be. It might lead to some sort of opening that is inaccessible, but we should watch our steps.
Standing next to Obsidian, him having shown us the note, I'm just gonna kind of look around like, what the hell does this mean? And then look at Atticus like, what you said is what's happening?
What is it you're showing?
The note that on one of the other corpses saying you know what to do, purge him. And you suggested that there was an insurgence. Oh.
I mean, I'm just saying, they don't know how something got to be here, and we don't recognize these robes.
I don't know much about Ogma. Is there a warring Legis
Do I
faction?
know anything about Ogma?
Anyone who is proficient in history or religion can make me a check.
Yeah, I was saying that as Asher. I don't think she knows. I think I rolled last time and she was like, Ogma is a god as far as you know, so.
Anyone else who's proficient in either of those can make a roll?
Do I still get to roll? I'm not proficient in either.
You're not proficient in either?
Nope.
I would say you all know what you don't know much about Ogma.
Wasn't really one for paying attention when, lessons. Sorry.
I bet you were all ears during the Tempest lessons, though.
Oh, are we able to use torches, by the way?
Yeah, you have Ash's
Yeah, I've got a
light
light.
spell up at the moment. It is dark in here beyond that. Are you wanting to light a torch, Obsidian?
Probably, just to be able to move separately, because trying to go anywhere without Asher is impossible. Oh, okay. It just ends.
Hold on, I'm trying to set a torch for you.
I thought we could just pull him out.
Yeah, I was changing his vision to have one. Yeah, there is a corpse on the floor. A young elf man looks. His face is absolutely contorted in fear, pain, and his limbs are scattered around the room.
This one is missing limbs, then?
He's missing all 4 limbs. They are scattered around him, and the flies are dancing around.
Not so much missing.
Zero was interested.
It is somehow, even though you see no opening here, it is colder down here than it was near the entrance.
Colder, like there's a draft?
Colder, like the temperature is lower. You feel no draft.
Okay.
I'd like to inspect the ruptured body, like the ruptured parts. Is it where they cut, where they pulled out of their sockets?
Yeah. I'll go with the same medicine check. It was only a couple of minutes ago, and same group of people. From the limbs alone, it is messy. You see no signs of cutting. There is different amounts. One of them, you notice after a moment, you realise actually still has the ball of the arm where it's been wrenched out from the shoulder. This was done very violently. No. You just hear this screeching whisper.
Oh, hand and sword.
From
you hear
the
that?
body?
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
There's from through the walls and up through the floor in one of the cases near these limbs. Cloaked figures emerge. And I'd like everybody, as they lurch towards you, to roll initiative.
No.
What do you say?
I knew I should have precast the armor bag of this idiot. Oh, on initiative, as always. God. Fool of a toque.
First one drifts as Obsidian turns. Drifts over to him. And then is going to reach out and try and wrap pale, ghostly fingers around his arm. Can you react to a 15, Obsidian?
I don't believe so, no.
Eight damage, but also, Obsidian, your strength is reduced by 4. If you can mark it off in your character sheet, I will keep a running total.
have you guys know. Don't leave this up to me.
But that is all it can do. And you just see, as those fingers wrap around, the Obsidian makes back grunt noise, you see his arm just shrink and wither slightly as the vitality is drained away from him. And your mind immediately jumps to how skinny and malnourished and withered those corpses looked. Siri, you're up.
Siri is going to come here and say, "Stand together! Don't let them surround you!" And is going to attack the one that's attacking Obsidian. I need to lower the music because I can't think. Oh no!
I can
Never
adjust
mind.
it slightly. Remember,
I think
you
I
have,
can do that.
you have inspiration if you want to.
Okay, yeah, sure.
If you'd like to be
I will
inspired.
spend my inspiration as she's going to protect her ally. No, not damage, just attack. Oh, there you go. Normal. Damn it! Oh, it does hit. Okay, great.
Yeah.
-6! These things are resistant to weapons. Great.
Anything else
Okay,
from
that's
you?
fine. No, end turn.
Okay. Asha.
Yeah, I am just gonna kind of just and like back up a bit, and while I'm doing that, I'm gonna reach into my like just a pouch that I have in my robe and just sprinkle some stuff on me, which is powdered silver and iron. And I am going to cast protection from evil and good. Myself.
You have a spell you're going to click cast on, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And I'm choosing undead. Because that's what Asher assumes these
Do
things
you
are.
have to declare? I thought it was that one. Oh, I always thought it just.
I think it affects all of them.
Yeah,
Well,
I thought
okay,
it was.
I wasn't sure if I'd pick.
But disadvantage against you, isn't it? And you can't be mind fucked by them.
Disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I can't be charmed, frightened, possessed. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, anything else from you, Asha?
That's it for me.
This one drifts forward towards Atticus. Oh, missing. Will remain there. Obsidian, it's you.
Obsidian will instinctively just reach for the maul and try to slam, noticing as it's going that it's much more difficult than it used to be
Yeah.
to swing this thing around. Oh, still
Hits.
doesn't change a thing.
It just doesn't connect as hard as your swings normally would.
Sure thing. Would Crusher still move it if I wanted to?
Let me
Or is it-
check its immunities. So shove obviously isn't a condition, is it? But it does have immunity to all the other things that normally involve movement. So I'm gonna say no, it does not.
Alright. Well then. Yeah, that makes sense that it just passes through instead of slamming into it.
I don't think it slows down like it's hit treacle or something, but there isn't that connection you were hoping for. Anything else from you?
Sure.
Are you doing any sort of bonus or?
No. I'm just considering the positioning. I think I'll stay where I am actually. It's fine.
Okay. Oh. This one will drift around and just why do you have so many protections? You have all of it. It must be a condition for enemies of each type, I guess. And it is going to make.
I only see the one.
Oh, I see four shields on
I
your
guess it's
token.
for all of them. Yeah.
It's going to try to lash out, but it noticeably struggles to do so. Is what you think, but it still manages to do it somehow. Yeah, it strikes. Just sort of pushing forward through your spell. And the shield of silver around him just pushes against it for a moment and then shatters. And there's this little, almost pretty if it wasn't for circumstances, but brief cloud of like silver scales in the air around you. Its fingers wrap around you, and your strength is reduced by 2.
Oh no. At what point do I pass out or just...
When it hits 0, you die.
Cool.
And that's all I can do.
No.
Atticus, it's you.
Atticus shouts, Usher! And he's going to run over to assist.
It will obviously swipe at you as you try to. Let's see what happens here. As you turn to flee, it just manages to put its hand. You feel this cold hand like enter your back and just wrap around your heart for this horrible moment. And your strength is reduced by 3, Atticus. But yes, you make it over to Asher.
I will chant infernally, cast Hex upon the enemy, and use my action to strike it with my greatsword. I will pay with my inspiration.
Yep. It hits.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
Thinking about it, as a player, should I have been like, undead things might be immune to necrotic damage?
Yeah,
Oh well.
the weapon just glances off it. So anything else from you? You normally have bonus, you bonus Hex, didn't you? Okay. One drift forward. I will say, in terms of CR, this should not have been challenging encounter, but shadows, man, fuck me.
Death House.
Hit Obsidian unless you have a reaction. $13 damage. And your strength is reduced by 1.
We're gonna die here.
This will resolve the tensions between Syria and Atticus.
It's gonna go for Obsidian. Has no reason not to. Misses. That's all I can do. Siri, you're up.
Yeah, I can't move. So I'm just gonna attack the one that I have.
Run! Obsidian shall bark at you. Seeing at what's going on.
That hits. It almost fades away, but just manages to cling on slightly. You can tell that one's just on the cusp. It just Leave them to us.
Oh, I can't strike my summon.
Oh, you're not? I can do it for you.
Yeah. As the kind of sword hits the shade with like some energy, I'd like to like summon just like the swirl, just next to me. And then in Celestial, I'll say, go stand next to him. And I'm going to sort of tell it to move next to Atticus.
Like so?
Right. Yeah, perfect, thanks.
Okay. Anything else from you?
No.
Asher. Doesn't look good. Obsidian looks in a terrible way. Atticus was running to your aid, and then you just see his eyes go wide as his cold hand emerges for his chest for a moment, and he basically staggers the rest of the way towards you.
Yep, I'm gonna just shoot out some sacred flame. Hi.
As you cast it, the creature just into a blink of embers for a moment.
MVP.
Anything else from you?
Yeah, I'll just look at Atticus and be like, "You alright?"
I felt better.
Then I'm gonna move up, just kind of glance weird at the swirling thing, and that's my turn.
Okay. This one drifts forward and reaches out. Oh, actually, I don't think it would. I think it would see that it had someone weak. There, no, that's... And drifts towards Atticus, trying to finish what it just started. I so thought that was landing on another crit for me then. It kind of just rolled on the edge of a nat 20. It hits. Seven damage, and as it drains your essence. Oh, what is this he's rolling? Did you have aggravate? Oh, concentration. Your strength is reduced by a further 1, Atticus. You can please mark that off on your sheet. That's all I can do. Obsidian, you see one of the creatures just burst into embers, which are gone a fraction of a second later.
Sure.
One of them looks in a very bad way.
Yeah, Obsidian will
hasn't
try
been struck
to
at all.
end that one with a bite. As a bonus action, I'll Hungry Jaws at it.
Yeah.
Making it worth... And... no, okay. Just an unarmed strike, normal. Sure.
Yeah. Your jaws burst through it and it just erupts and is gone a moment later. The most horrible, momentary, lingering taste of ash and rot in your mouth.
That gives me 2 temporary HP. I take sustenance from you, Spectre.
Anything else from you?
I shall swing at the other one.
Yep.
Trying to... Oh god. The worst. Sure. Like, just limply swing it towards it. Not even like an overhead or anything like that, just sort of from side to side. Very slow blow.
A snooker cue jab.
Sure. And that will be that, because I'm not walking away from this one.
Okay. Atticus, you're up. The creature has followed you. You see another one sputter out.
Make a swing.
Hits.
And then I will use Second Wind.
Oh, yeah, yours isn't a what? Action surge, isn't it? Action surge is the wow. The Sonic 3 bubble shield noise. You recover a bit of health, yes. Anything else from you? Right. You have a scholar. Seeing how low Obsidian is, it's gonna try. An 18. Do you have any reaction?
Nah. And the D4, do you roll? Do I roll?
Oh yeah, I will roll the D4. Another 4. Jesus.
Sure. Okay.
At this stage, he looks like a twig.
I feel half as strong as I ever was.
The maul, you see Obsidian's arms like shaking with the effort of holding this maul now. Siri, you're up.
Oh, this is a real dilemma because she wants to go to Atticus, but he's not gonna leave Obsidian to die. The swirly bit moves here. Cecilia moves here to get a better angle, and she's going to hits this shade. Oh gosh, oh no, sorry, no, there we go. Too many tabs. No, is that hit?
It
11.
just misses.
Oh, no, this is not good. You know what? I will act research. Use the resources whilst you have them. And again.
That's not the one.
Oh yeah, you second winded there.
I'll change that in a second.
Yeah, but yeah, that
okay,
hits.
that hits. God darn it. It's so little. Okay. Right, that is yep, okay. Turn.
Okay, Asha.
Alright, again, I'm just gonna look at this guy and just fire off Sacred Flame.
Succeeds. Manages to shrug it off. Anything else from you, Asha?
No.
Presses in on you, Atticus. Come. Languish. As we do. Your strength, Atticus, is reduced by 4.
Is he looking like a twig?
The head wobble.
Weaker than the average peasant, you might say.
Obsidian.
Obsidian will try to go all out on this one then, with a reckless attack to sort
What,
of
have you all been holding back until now?
straggling. Try to still somehow. Oh, not both
It's
of them.
just-
God damn. And them rightly. Yeah, the lower one shouldn't have been hit. Sorry. So that's plus 3 health to him.
Yeah.
Oh shit, not enough. That's me. Bonuses don't exist.
Atticus, it's you.
I don't feel so good.
We can tell.
Oh no. Oh no. My word.
Oh, just limp now.
Word.
barely lift a great sword.
Anything else, Maticus?
Nope.
Scholar reaches forward with both arms for you, Obsidian.
Advantage.
With advantage, you say?
Yes.
Okay, you can
Reckless.
you can crit fish.
It's good to know that it wouldn't have mattered. Still standing.
Oh, I don't know why it did hit. Oh, it rolled it off the other one, so 6. Have you applied that manually?
Yep. Done.
My God. Your strength, Obsidian, reduced by another 3.
Done. I think at this point the mole just hits the ground.
Siri.
Okay, I'm going to attack this one. That's all I can do. That's the thing. The thing. All you do is attack. No radiant. Wait. Oh, come on.
Something's
Uh.
going.
The more you are in pain, the more she appreciates it.
She, tell me how you kill it up. How you carve it.
How does one carve a shade? I think it's just the precision. It's sort of, I don't know, how does one kill a shade? I use it as a fan, and then it just, like, the smoke just kind of, like, vanishes. I think that's not what happens, but I just can't think of anything.
Okay.
I'm going to rush here.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Can I take that back?
What,
I'm
steps?
going
Sure.
to. She looks at Obsidian, she sees that he's alive, and then she vanishes from sight and appears here. Kind of like blimps in and out of existence. And the echo actually will appear. And that's a bonus action, and she readies her sword for the next turn. I should this thing.
I'm gonna, yeah.
Remember your inspiration if you want to.
What?
Remember your inspiration if you want to.
Yeah, if this one does not work, I will use inspiration.
It fails. And bursts into another shower of embers.
I feel like I'm gonna pass out.
How did it do that? Do they look like raisins right now? Like
I mean,
little prunes?
Scaly prune.
so Obsidian had his strength reduced by 12 in that fight. That is more than some characters have to start a campaign. Atticus was what, 8? Asher was 2. My God.
Yeah, I'm done.
Sometimes.
But yeah, there are no corpses, no remnants. Well, other than the corpse was already here. What happens to your shimmer? Does it remain, Siri?
Yeah, she's not really paying attention to the shimmer because the shimmer's not a shimmer. The shimmer's a shape, but it just moves so fast that you can't really see it. She's always seen it. It's always been there for her. So it's not, it's more the fact that other people can see it now that is a bit weird, but no one's mentioning it. So,
I think Atticus mentioned it last time, didn't he? In the, well, like an hour ago in game.
Yeah. I think like the for her like the novelty is that other people can see, but she's always had a little swirly thing. around her. Are you okay? Do we need to go back
No.
outside?
I don't think I'm in a state to protect anyone.
Yeah,
In
maybe
order
we
to push
rushed into it.
onwards.
Asher, you should have been protecting me, not the other way around. Truly, you are a powerful sorcerer.
No, that could have gone a lot better. I think I could muster up some sort of healing, but I don't think I could do both of you. Want to draw straws?
It's all right. Fix him. I won't be in any state to contribute anyway.
Do we
Well,
need
if
to?
we sit here for a minute, just keep an eye out.
I would rather not sit here for a minute.
Maybe
I
out
agree.
where we first walked in. At least
Well,
that
those
way we can
shades-
see.
All the way up the stairs.
These shades came from the walls.
So many stairs.
I can't deal with this many stairs. Let's just sit down here.
Normally I'd offer to carry you, but I don't think I will this time.
Do we feel safe resting here? I mean, these shades came from the walls and from the floor. They manifested from thin air.
I mean, if they were all the way back there, then at least we can, hop up the stairs if we need to.
Atticus, if we try together, maybe we can defeat the stairs.
I'll be
punch
honest,
you,
I don't think
and
either of
can
you are
pull
making
me.
it.
Fuck!
Oh my god.
He's come to finish me off.
I am going to just kind of collapse here on the floor. Just sitting and just kind of like watching the entryway.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand guard here. Oh!
I didn't
How
see
did
that.
you
What did you
summon him
show
so
her?
fast?
Was it a shadow?
Like, no. How did you get him so fast here? Jesus Christ. It's like,
All the way from Barovia.
I'm going
so
to
like,
cast a defensive spell that might protect me whilst I rest.
Clickety clackety, Mr. Death. Softer fingers.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna sit down, like kind of put my knees up and my arms on my knees, and then just rest my head. And just sit here. For a little while. Kind of peeking up.
Don't
Every few
leave me, Asher.
seconds.
Protect me. With your mighty powers.
They aren't that mighty, man. I think it's just maybe they're creatures of the dark, and my magic tends to be a little bright.
Like you're one of Father's paladin buddies. Bringing holy light to the rescue.
No, none of that. Nope, nah, not me. Just magic.
See.
That's more your and Ceres jam.
I'm afraid we're really nothing but a sword.
I'm saying you cast magic. You cast magic, and she does her thing.
Yeah, whatever that is. Probably also magic. I mean, we're related, so.
Yeah. How's your arm? Was it your arm that got sucked dry?
Phrasing.
I couldn't think in the moment of a better way to word that.
I feel like my entire body is withered. It's like I'm a 10-year-old boy. Although, as a 10-year-old boy, I was much more jacked than I am now.
This.
Than this.
Yeah, I felt like I got the wind knocked out of me.
It's okay. We'll just rest a minute. Although we can always pay those fellows to heal us again if we need, right?
Oh man, I don't want to go back up there and.
It's a lot of stairs.
Being down here.
They're on cooldown.
We'll just wait.
That's embarrassing.
I'm just gonna have a little snoozy kids, okay? Okay.
As you have your snoozykins, Athkatla, where does your mind wander with the day's events?
He pictures a giant, marked, pot-bellied tiefling. He pictures being overwhelmed by darkness. He pictures something coming out of the darkness and enveloping him, and he feels fearful.
What's going through Siri's mind during this period of rest?
Kura's next to her. They're keeping watch, looking outwards. I like to imagine she dropped a torch somewhere here, but I can't use the summon thing, so I couldn't do it. Just so that this is a bit illuminated. Thank you. To be honest, she's not thinking of much because she's very concentrated on making sure nothing comes to life. So she is on duty, and other than she doesn't let her mind wander to anything other than sensation inputs, aka temperature, sound, smell. That's where all her consciousness is currently.
Okay. And Obsidian, the timing. What's on Obsidian's mind is you try and take a brief respite, as I heard too many Baldur's Gate 3 NPCs say. People full on saying respite in that game.
Rest bike. Sure, Obsidian thinks mostly tries to assess how well he's doing, trying to protect those two, thanks to the times he has fallen. This time almost crumbled. But then sort of looks towards Sire, who went completely untouched by the ghost shadows, whatever that was. Atticus suffered a little bit. Still, a rather fine job. Obsidian is happy to take the blows. If it means that others can remain more or less unscathed, hopefully. Hopefully more.
And Asha.
Asher's thinking a lot about raisins. We're trying not to think about raisins.
What's raisins?
Just everyone shriveling up and having the life sucked out of them. She's reassessing, like, how annoyed she is at Atticus, that, like, kind of feels bad now that she was so annoyed at him, that he came rushing over to save her. It was just like, shit.
I mean, badly, so I don't feel too bad.
Still, it's the thought that counts. So she's maybe feeling bad that she was so mad at him for bringing her into his family drama.
Okay. And Siri, as you're there, keeping watch, quietly in the distance, you just keep hearing that steady wind or roar. Like a huge air conditioning unit you knew if Sire knew about was. And is there anything else that anybody else would like to do or say or talk about before this time passes? Everyone make me a perception check.
Oh. That was almost a 20.
Obsidian, with your keen focus, just sat there staring, taking in everything that's happened. There's just a moment where you catch the slightest whiff of smoke. Distant, faint smoke. And then, after a few moments, almost as soon as you register what the scent was, it's hard to get it again.
Is it from the tunnels or
It's
from above?
It's coming from ahead.
Mm-hmm. Suspiciously look towards the darkness if there's any flicker of light anywhere down there.
You see nothing. A short rest should have been prompted. Obsidian, you recover 12 strength. Asher 2, Atticus 8. As over the course of the hour, you start to feel less pale, less faint, not as weak, and your strength slowly begins to come back, like a much slower version of that coming around from fainting.
Nice.
You know what? It's like over time, I've just widened back up. Amazing.
How the hell do I roll my hit dice without the short rest prompt?
In your character sheet, there should be, after your HP, the little number 3. If you just click on that, it should prompt you for how many you want to roll. So yeah, we wish to do after a period of recovery.
Yeah, after a few minutes, I'll just kind of, well, after, 30 minutes to an hour, I'll just kind of look up, realizing I had kind of a little bit dozed off. I'll kind of start awake and just realize I feel a little bit better, and then look at Atticus and see that he looks much better, and just kind of nudge him, like, hey.
What? Shadows! Oh, Asher. Oh.
Feel better?
Oh, I feel great. And honestly, what a face to wake up to.
Wow.
I'll just kind of roll my eyes at him and playfully shove him, and then stand up and offer him a hand.
He doesn't move an inch. When
If that had been half an hour ago, it'd be through the wall.
He's rock solid.
Yeah, I'll offer you a hand to get up.
He'll take it and get up. And he's gonna take a moment to recast Armor of Agathis for the protection.
Let's see. I will look over at Obsidian and be like, you feeling better?
I do.
Listen, I got this thing, and I'm gonna dig around in my pouch for a second. I've got this scroll that we found, and I was wondering if you guys wanted me to cast it on you. It makes you move a lot quicker when there's danger. It increases your reaction times. Like Gift of Alacrity or one of those whatever wizard names.
I mean, always useful. How long does it last? Do you know?
I'm gonna cast over the runes, and if I am able to read them at all, some wizard wrote this, I'm sure. I'll be like, I don't know, quite a few hours, I think, looking at this thing.
I thought you were describing haste, and I was like,
No,
"What
it's
the
Gift of
hell did they-"
Alacrity.
Yeah,
and it lasts 8 hours, and you can add 1d8 to your initiative rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds useful, but as long as you don't think that we might need to use it later, or if you don't want to sell it or something, but I'd always appreciate the help, of course.
Alright. I'm gonna cast this on you. I'll start reading the spell out.
Watch me roll a natural one initiative immediately.
Didn't let me.
Yeah, it's just got the text in there, so we can.
Let us do it as a mod.
Yeah.
Cool.
So describe the spell cast.
Yeah, I'm gonna start reading this. I'm gonna pull out the scroll and start reading. I know magic. I assume I can at least make my way around a few magical runes. I will start reading it, and as I do, the words kind of light up and burn through the parchment, so that by the time that I've reached the end, the whole parchment is bursting up into flame, and then just kind of withers away into ash, and the magic will kind of just settle over you.
I feel energized. Let's go! And before she can answer, he's gone.
You hear there is a brief shimmer in the air for a moment, and a small silver orb appears about 10 foot up in the air above you all, and you just hear,
"This is an unsanctioned use of magical energy. Your faces and names have been accounted
Eldritch
for."
Blast. They can detect it?
All the way down here.
you Eldritch blasting the orb, or was that
Okay,
James? Yeah?
No, I blast it.
Yeah? It sputters out.
That is not good.
That is gonna affect my application.
I honestly thought that it would be fine as long as nobody saw us do it.
Like murder.
Way down here underneath a temple, would be safe.
Haven't
They
you
have
been?
like magic detection spells? Is that a thing?
It's weird, right? Like maybe it's because I used the spell on the scroll, and it's not like innate.
Haven't you been using spells before?
I know I have.
They're like my spells. Maybe it doesn't alert.
As you head in this direction, you find a more recent than this map suggests, supposed to be a recently shattered, very, very basic door. Scattered ruins, splintered woodwork everywhere, feathers, hay, clearly, but there's a few scorch marks on walls and on ceilings that suggest magical affray was conducted here. The sound of the roar, the sound of the roar, Sire, grows louder. And yeah, Atticus and others, you would notice a section of a wall has crumbled in to the north.
You hear that? And she's gonna head towards the wall.
Yeah, at this point,
Getting
I'd say you
louder.
can recognize that it's actually a sound of running water.
This might be whatever came into this temple. How it breached.
Yeah, it looks kind of like they might have tunneled in or something.
And from the last bits of the farthest reaches of Obsidian's torchlight, you just see a tight tunnel leading off into the dark.
Can you describe this tunnel? Like how big? The walls, are they like regular? Has it been
It's
kind of like neatly
5 foot,
carved or
10
dug?
foot tall, 5 foot wide. It's not like carved and supported, it's quite natural and winding.
Okay. And as in, like, does it feel, for example, is there like debris on the floor that would say that this is like newly dug in, or just like an
There's a lot of
ancient?
fresh, loose soil with the brickwork where you're stood, suggesting that recently this was breached inwards.
The tunnel as well. Like the tunnel doesn't look old. It
Yeah.
looks like kind of okay.
Yeah.
What's in there? Okay.
Bit louder.
I can't see very far. But it seems to continue on into the darkness. This looks new. It doesn't look natural.
It looks like they, I don't know, climbed through the wall, dug through the wall.
Can you hear this wind?
Yeah, I'd say by this point, Siri, you could identify that it's water. Now you're
Oh,
closer.
sorry.
I assume we can hear it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like water. I'm gonna assume it's a cave system or something.
Is there a scent of flames in the air? Anywhere here?
No.
Atticus is gonna like tap Obsidian on the back and be like, "Come on, I've got your back, buddy." Getting louder.
Obsidian. You see two things. Firstly, some 10-15 foot on the floor in front of you. Far less skeletal than the map. You see the somewhat burned corpse of a woman dressed in the garb of the temple. Further behind her, you see a bit of a undercave river trickling down from like a higher platform, and drifting above that idly, you see this.
Oh,
Does not appear, as of this moment, to have noticed you, but if you want to proceed any more, stealth will be required.
Obsidian will look
And
back
of course,
and like,
Obsidian, you can make me an Arcana check if you want to see if you know what this is.
of course.
You are aware that sometimes great wizards and shaman can summon a fire skull. It is a potent and explosive enemy.
So first thing Obsidian will do is just turn back and stop Atticus. Is Atticus just leaning over to try and see?
yeah.
That's perfectly fine, yeah. Probably best if he sees for himself then.
Are you giving any signal to us?
Yeah.
Turn around, be like,
I'll pass that back to Civic. Just stop moving.
He will just sort of low whisper to Atticus. This might be the corpse we're looking for. You go back, I'll try to fetch the thing.
try to quietly back up.
Alright. I suppose Obsidian will try to get closer to the corpse. Low, probably on on all fours. Just to slither. Try to find the keystone. Healthy lizard. Somewhat. A somewhat healthy lizard. Oh, you didn't. That's good, because you didn't go too far back.
Yeah.
I was hoping it'd be just...
Did its perception show up to you all? I'm not sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
And as you drift, you sort of hear from the skull as it sort of drifts around with this pool of water. I don't know if you played Left 4 Dead, but it's sort of almost like the like the witch sort of just cry as it drifts around. It does not seem to notice you. And you find very, very easily and quickly in the road pocket a singular polished ward stone, very similar to the one that you got in here with, except it has a red rune on it instead of a blue one.
Oh, how convenient. I'll look over. Is it? Look
Come on,
over.
take the bait. Take the bait.
Does it seem like there's a passage anywhere here?
You see what you can see.
Okay.
You can
Does it
move
seem
further
like there's
in
a...
if you can move further
no.
in if you wish to gain better sight.
Does it seem like there's any chimney there? Is there any light coming
there's
from
nothing,
like?
There's no
That's the school light.
Yeah. There's no
Okay.
like well shaft
Yeah,
or
okay.
anything.
Okay. And this side just disappears under the rocks, I imagine, like in
It
the
does.
small. Okay, from now attack Obsidian. What? We'll just return to Atticus. Yeah, makes sense.
With one ward stone.
Holding it up.
Some kind of floating, crying skull in there.
Yes, I didn't notice me, so I do not know if it is hostile or not, but it's undead, clearly.
Clearly it's dark magic. You should destroy it. Isn't that the whole point of coming down here?
Perhaps I...
Is Ash trying to say something? Her lips are moving.
She's being very quiet. Speak louder, Asha.
Sorry, she was whispering, but I'll do a stage whisper.
Yeah. Got stuff.
Aren't those things like usually only hanging around really powerful magic users?
I don't know.
Where is the guy that came with it?
Perhaps it is crying because it is lost.
Was his the corpse?
Oh god, we are not adopting. Please, let's not try and adopt this guy.
That actually sounds amazing.
Get over here, you idiot.
Are you wanting to fight it, or should we go?
Atticus,
Yes?
what do you reckon? Do you wish to challenge it?
Can before we make a hasty decision, can we just say we have made a lot of assumptions, recently, and
Well, now that everyone knows about it and is talking about it, anyone who is proficient in Arcana can make me an Arcana check.
we're all martial. no one chose any like RP.
Make me an Arcana check.
Despite the low end, she rolled well.
You are aware of a number of things with these. Yes, but they're normally accompanied by, they are normally or often created by powerful spellcasters. One other troubling piece of information comes to your mind, though, Asher. It is said that these cannot be destroyed unless their remains are sprinkled with holy water. They will rise again and again and again until a sort of ritual is performed on them.
Okay, knowing full well I have holy water in my bag, I am gonna just look at the group and be like, okay, but I don't know if you know, but those things cannot be destroyed unless you perform a very specific ritual. So, like, we cannot do that right now.
Wait, hold on. The high priest, he mentions that whatever came in, it seemed to summon spirits out of the corpses. What if this spirit has been summoned out of the corpse of Lucinda?
I don't
It was a
know
spell.
if that's how that works.
I don't know either, but the man said that whatever came in seemed to be, separating the souls out of the bodies, and this is as close as I can visualize that happening.
That sounds more like the things we saw in the other room.
Yeah. And again, I'm still whispering. I'm like, but for real, those things are from powerful casters, and they can't be destroyed by normal means. They'll just come back up again.
So there's no point even bothering.
Yeah, we should go.
Janelle would just look towards Lucinda's body. It does have a head, right? And the skull, presumably.
Well, it did before, but I really like this. So now, no, it doesn't. You realise now that it didn't have a head, because I prefer Cire's theory more than what I had originally put in. So yeah, there was. Why not?
Giving the DM idea.
Why not? That can absolutely be. I'm going to take a better idea on board. Yeah, you notice now that the hood that you thought was bundled up over before, actually from this angle, you see there's nothing inside it. Just a bit of viscera on the floor and an ear.
Janelle was just so focused on trying to be stealthy that he never took a good
She
look.
didn't have a head.
So, there wasn't any other passages in there, right?
I haven't seen any. There might be something.
Obviously, if water's flowing, it's got to be coming in somewhere. Presumably leaving, but I'm thinking of, are there any normal-looking tunnels that a person might go through?
Doesn't seem like the skull is going anywhere.
Okay.
We can try.
If there was, then we would have a reason to press forward. But if we think that this is primarily a dead end,
Seemed to be fairly dead, yes.
It cannot be a dead end because something came from here into the temple. It must have come from somewhere.
I mean,
Well, the tunnels are recently dug.
but Lucinda put the wall further down. Why would she ward off that area instead of this? If this
They misunderstand something about the ward stones.
Oh, you're all back. You're all back. That was weird.
Huh.
Oh, Jeff, you're muted.
No, but he's deliberate. You can't tell from his shitty
No.
face.
No,
Monkey put that one on deliberately.
it's not muted though.
I think Discord's having an audio problem.
Okay.
Well, let's give it 10 minutes to recover while we take our break, because I've had 6 different DMs from Luca about needing a wee. So we will be back in 10 minutes.
Over exaggeration.
At 10 past. Yeah. See you then. Cheers. Excellent. So we are back.
Shitballs.
Shitballs indeed.
question mark.
Chloe, what was happening?
You were deciding where to go next.
Well, the thing is, we said
we
we
still
would
all whispering at each
clear
other?
this.
I
We
didn't hear
said we
what
would
Lucas said.
clear this temple. But you know, we can't just leave a fiery skull here.
So,
Well, if...
go in and get rid of it, or?
But Asha just said we cannot.
Oh yeah, because it requires a whole ritual.
I was thinking maybe we go, maybe find whoever is responsible for this and maybe talk to them and sort that out, and then we can come back here if necessary. But maybe once the wizard is dispatched or asked kindly to go on his way, or her way, or their way, then we don't have this problem anymore.
Sounds fine to me.
Just
Come on then.
you're not all the stressed that it's crying. Do these creatures usually cry?
I feel like those other creatures were also making very creepy noises as well.
If I was a floating skull, I'd be pretty sad too.
Gosh, you guys all need an empathy check.
I have.
the stat
You
for
need
that?
a survival check.
Yeah, Obsidian, I'm gonna need you to go first because I can't fucking see a thing. That and because, you know, you're so big and strong and stuff.
Obsidian will hold the ward stone ahead of him.
GM,
Yeah.
as we pass by this room where we got our asses kicked, has anything appeared to have changed in there since we've left?
Make me a percepzione check. If you're proficient in Italian.
Not.
No, you're not. You don't have the necessary hand gestures. And yeah, you see. But nothing has changed.
Okay.
And yeah, Obsidian touches the wardstone to the door. And you hear the magic fades, and you hear the door unlock.
Oh!
Shit.
Holy shit.
So, you see a large chamber, clearly laid out as a library. Runes glowing on the floor, and yes, a huge number of books floating, circling in the air in clear disarray. They're just open books, pages tumbling down. It looks like this. This does not. You don't get the impression that this is the intended function of the room. It's not normally in this state. But yeah, you see rows and rows of books, and Obsidian. The smell of smoke is stronger here.
Right. This... I don't know about all this.
And I
Do we
give to
push
you that
onwards?
you do see a strip. Obviously, the floor is illuminated with these rooms, but I would say to the north you see a hint of some strange light glowing as well. Just at the edge of
Great.
vision is granted by your torch.
Cool. Yeah, that gives me confidence. Sort of look to Sirey and Atticus, who seem to be flanking.
Heading
We're in
in.
like breaching formation.
All right.
I am tired of the company.
What?
And
Needs up.
there's a and Obsidian. You just see that purple you saw at the edge of your vision just disappears.
What did it say?
Aaron, I haven't the time for company. Who's in there?
Did we see someone or just Obsidian?
Obsidian didn't see anybody.
I did see someone. I just saw a flash of light, apparently.
Oh.
And yeah, you smell more smoke.
Something's burning. Perhaps more of those.
Did the skull smell of that when I was in the chamber with it?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the skull smell.
So as we look around, books.
There's fire up ahead.
Yeah, is that fire?
Yeah, you see a portion of bookshelf dancing with intense purple flames.
Shit.
Can everyone make me a
point
perception
at
check,
it.
please?
Oh, okay.
Yep, certainly can.
I'd love to.
Woohoo!
Or I wouldn't.
Feather girl. She sees everything.
I see and I hear. I see the colors of the wind.
Siri, looking around, you don't see anything from where you are. But what you do sense is you find yourself thinking about people you've parted ways with in less than favourable circumstances and situations in the past. Maybe it was as a result of a conflict you had this afternoon, which made you think of other conflicts, which makes you feel about the thing about people you've lost from your life, which makes you think about one particular person who you fell afoul of. And you just start to realise that this is all a bit too methodical and something doesn't sit right. Or you find yourself almost disconcerted by your own train of thought. And you realise that very subtly, your mind is clearly being probed.
There's some. Can I reverse probe? Can I try to feel where the presence is coming from? Because it's not familiar.
It just feels more like a finger idly staring through your loosest thoughts. It doesn't feel like something you can push back or channel. And almost as you become aware of it, you just feel a very quick sort of withdrawal.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but heads up, I think there's a mind reader or something with that. Oh. Good, because these people don't usually believe me when I say things, so it's maybe you just show your face and we realize who we're dealing with.
No. They said Varnell said the creature could mess with your mind and raise spirits from the fallen. So.
Well, I just caught it trying to poke at some of my memories.
Right. Here on out, we all keep an eye on each other. Anyone starts acting funny.
Is the center of this room? Is there like runes on the floor? Is there something like floating in the middle of the room?
No, it's runes on the floor in the centre. You hear the laugh again, and just see leaning out from behind a bookshelf an unusual, twisted figure with a large central eye, lidless, and its head sort of contort. It leans its head, cocks its head much more to the right than it should, looking at you, but the whole eyeball just sort of rotates to the left as it does, so like the eye stabilizes and doesn't actually move. And it does all these horrible, almost like contortionist movements. The eye always remains rigid and just locked on. And you each of you feel like the creature is staring directly at you.
of books. Many books to read. Many the best books. The flesh books. Let me read.
Sir, do you know what this creature is?
Do I know what this creature is? I mean, I know what this creature is.
Make an
but does-
Arcana check.
Oh.
Arcana.
You would know that this seems to be a more exaggerated version of a creature you've read about called a Nothic, which are said to be from deranged, mutated, fallen wizards.
Yeah, looks a lot like a Nothic, which are made from like ranged fallen wizards, but like it looks way more intense.
Read about Nothics in a book you stole. You were 19.
I'll look around the group. Borrowed. Just haven't given it back yet.
Could this creature have done what we saw?
I mean, as far as I know, they don't raise spirits. They just mess with your mind.
You!
Atticus,
Creature.
as the creature turns towards Ciri, the eye turns towards you, Atticus. Atticus, make me a... You don't see or sense anything happening. Make me a DC 12 charisma saving throw, please, Atticus. And what you're saying, Ciri?
Creature, how did you come to be in this place?
Brought here for the books. Books to read. All the books to read. Just had to get rid of some. Done now. Not to be read.
Brought by who?
Tall one, short one. Oh, he's tricky, he's fast. Strong flesh book. Strong flesh book.
Where are the creatures that brought you here?
Gone now through the hole. No, no,
Is this
no,
a hole?
No, 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 no. No, that's just runes on the floor with a drift globe above. Oh, another. Can't stay, can't read. Have to say goodbye. And the eye glows. And I would like everybody to roll initiative. Ciri, I would also give to you as you're walking around all perceptive and shit. But on the floor behind you, you see what looks to be a short humanoid pile of metal on the floor.
A small humanoid pile of metal, as in like a robot or like a suit of armor?
It looks more complex and has several glowing elements. I don't know if we know what a robot is, but yes, a
No.
robot.
Okay.
I take my roll.
It did not. I don't see it in the chat
Alright,
either.
let me do it again.
DM, you can take Kura out of the initiative order. So it doesn't activate.
I rolled okay initiative, but it's still last.
Even with the gift of alacrity?
Yep, gave me a 1.
I don't know how to help you.
You know what we need is just more combat so it averages out, you know?
Okay. Asher. The creature's eye flashes, but it hasn't yet taken any aggressive action.
Beam, does that fire look of a magical nature?
It's purple, Luca.
You know!
Burning certain chemicals.
How far is 50? Hasn't yet taken. No, man. Look at your face. You're the bad guy. Okay,
Wow.
I'm gonna go. Purple. I'm going to cast at this thing. What's that? Yep. I don't know how to do this so that my Eldritch invocations go along with it. But I would like to do this, and then
Doesn't that just always affect? I thought that just does more damage to
I have
your.
repelling and agonizing.
Okay, but aren't they just both permanent boons while you have that invocation? So I would just make, after putting your in your foundry thing, I would make another Eldritch Blast called Agonizing Blast and just change the damage by whatever it needs to be. Just put that in your to-do channel and I'll do that. So I don't believe that you don't choose whether it's going to be agonizing or it's always agonizing, and you can choose to have it be a repelling. However, sorry, can you please make that disadvantageously for me? As the eye just shudders and vibrates as the spell lets loose. I was busy talking through your spells to tell you that disadvantage would be imposed. Still hits.
So do I need to add in?
Do a +4. That hits.
Cool. And then I am going to.
It would appear that it was already baked in.
Oh, okay. Then I will
-1.
remove 1.
No, it would have been 5. It says 1d10 +4 +4.
It only got a 1 from what I added, though.
Huh?
No?
No.
Oh, you added just a flat 4, did you? Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so it would gain 3. Okay, anything else from Asher?
No, I'm gonna run up there. There we go.
Why does it make us die? Siri. It is the you.
Chris is gonna move ahead. It hasn't attacked us. Does it look like it's going to attack us?
I mean, it's just been shot. It's sort of backed up against the wall as much as it can while getting into the things it does on its turn. But much like Greedo, you have shot first.
No, I'm not gonna feel guilty about this.
Okay, well, I'm gonna trust Asher. Move further here. And I guess I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbolt. Since I don't have a cool Eldritch Blast mechanic. Misses!
Hits the glass cabinet behind it and shatters.
Okay.
Anything else?
Well then, you know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, I have 5 more feet. I'm gonna take cover behind this
Okay.
bookshelf. Can't see me, so I guess it can't shoot me.
Obsidian, you're up.
Well, seeing as they have started attacking, Obsidian has no other choice to run next to it and slam at it. Just normal, though. And the strike connects. Sure. And I'd like to push it more towards everyone else, like sort of to get it through over there.
Okay. What, there?
Like,
Oh, there. Okay.
could it just be? Yeah, sure. And then I'll just stand behind it.
Okay.
Ooh,
Is it me?
It is.
apparently so.
Amazing. I will rush in, and as I'm doing so, wave my Eye of Newt around. And I'm hexing it. Target. Will that work? Perhaps.
Whenever you're ready.
There we go. And I will swing with the great sword.
He will shield. The eye just leaks yellow light for a moment in these horrible little tendrils that seem to wrap around the blade and just force it away. And now there's just these strange tentacles of light drifting around the eye.
Die, foul beast!
Okay, is that your turn? Was that yes, Atticus?
Yes.
Oh, well, weird, it came through weirdly for me. Oh, it didn't start with that recharge for some reason, but oh well, it would have recharged anyway. Looking from Obsidian to Atticus either side, like, why do you fight me? Fight you! And it's going to cast Confusion centered on itself, which in itself should be immune to. The DC, I don't know if it's written in here. Oh, soft closing the spell. The DC. We must
Well, it
make.
says Obsidian fails, so...
Oh,
It should have been. I don't know why. Oh, because I didn't do that. It should be DC 14. So let's have a look. So Atticus is fine, but Obsidian, yeah, I don't know why it rolled twice for the Obsidian, but a 6 and 11, you are confused.
it apparently rolled by itself, and it also asked me to roll, and I clicked roll,
Oh,
and it
okay,
rolled.
sure. So yeah, you are confused.
I am.
As usual.
Is that a? Well, it's not a status for some
Okay.
reason, but I'll put it as just for now.
Let's see, watch out.
And then just appears in the middle of a room. On the ceiling, why not? Oh no, it would need to. No, okay, cool. That is its turn. Asher, you're up.
Cool. Would using a tool use up my action?
Yes.
Okay. gonna just Eldritch Blast him. Yeah. How do the books look?
I mean, other than the section which is very much on fire, where you can't even see the books, everything else looks immaculate.
Alright, if I step here, can I see them? Are they salvageable at all?
The ones that are on fire, no.
Okay then.
Hits. Are you pushing him back?
Does he look like he's coming towards me? No,
Well,
I'm just
he's
doing
okay there, but
anything.
you can choose. Yeah, but again, you can choose if you ever want to. You don't have to pick one or the other. You always do agonizing damage, and if you want to, you can push.
Yes, I'll push him back.
Okay, is it 5 or 10?
It is 10.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sure that the melee do not. Anything else from you?
No. That is it.
Okay. Siri, you're up.
Siri's gonna come forward. This thing is going to manifest here, and she's going to attack it with her sword.
Oh, a hits.
It's damn it! This thing has really high concentration. Fine. Okay. And
In fact, I don't think this is baked into the creature, but I would give to you, Siri, that as you're striking it, you can tell that it doesn't even, its eye does not leave obsidian, and you get a sense that this thing's concentration cannot be budged.
oh, okay.
It has a focused mind.
Oh,
Great. So that's a D10 from me, unless it's some weird shit.
I never remember with confusion. Let's have a look. Yeah, an affected target can't take reactions and must roll. Oh, well, I have a confusion table. So is it Obsidian's turn? I shall
Yes.
roll the confusion table.
Oh, you shall roll. Okay.
Do you have access to it? I'm not sure if you can see
No,
it
but
or
I could
not.
roll.
Yeah, do you know what? Oof,
All right.
didn't re-
Well, that's fine.
I'm happy to
Then-
delete that and have you manually roll a d10 if you'd like.
I'd like.
Yeah. Manually roll a d10.
Can be worse, can be better. Roll. Oh, that's worse, probably.
A 3. The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Ah, okay, the same.
Obsidian just seems to
Neither.
be looking around, slightly confused.
It's observing the books as they twirl.
Oh, it's me. Cool.
Yeah, Athkatla, you're up.
Athkatla charges after the beast that has. He looks around for a second, almost confused, and then charges exactly 30 feet in alongside Sire, swinging in with his large great sword. Uh-oh.
It's the floor next to him.
I'll go in and try and shoulder barge him.
Also misses.
I'm feeling weak. That's all from me. Haven't quite recovered.
you need new dice.
The Nothic tilts its head at you, Atticus, as you come with the sword, and everything in the room just fades to dark except that eye, which just focuses and grows, and in your eye's mind begins to engulf you as it makes a ravaging gaze. It should prompt a saving throw from you.
It's...
You have disadvantage on your next saving throw.
Even
And
though
then-
I passed.
Yes. Is it? Oh, hold on, actually. No, I think the wording of that is the disadvantage on next saving throw would only be if it fails, actually, yeah. So that's fine. It will then... It then pops off again.
Fucking guy.
That's it. Asha, to you.
Alright. Okay, I am just going to
It's... Are you repelling?
No, I don't.
Come on,
go
repel.
Further that way.
Yeah, give it a little repel. It's for a treat. Anything else from you, Asha?
Yeah, I'm gonna step behind this bookcase.
Okay. Siri, you're up. You can't see the creature. As Asha steps around the bookshelf for cover, the light from her coin just dips away with it, and shadows just come forward and
Alright.
conceal the creature.
Ooh, that's not great.
Ever so slightly. The creature's debuffs are still just visible at the edge of the shadows.
Okay, I take a cautious step forward. Oh god, I really can't see it. But I can see where it went to, right? So I'm just gonna walk that way. 15, 20,
It's even heavily obscured. Who knows?
25. Oh, yeah, I can't see shite. Okay, I guess I will make a disadvantageous attack.
Will be disadvantageous. Stage whisper, love. Stage whisper your apology.
I'm sorry!
Disadvantage. Okay. Still hits?
Still hits.
Jesus fucking. Just rubbing it in. Superior sibling.
In fact,
okay.
it
Roll the
will
one.
shield that actually. It just meets it. Yeah, it can shield.
Fine, then remove the 7 damage. And she's going to scream out, I could use a light here!
Well, obsidian. Was it 10? I remember what that does. That's normal, isn't it? I'm sure 10 is the actor's normal. Do they throw it off? Also, oh god, yeah, it isn't a reroll at the end of each turn for you. You are just confused. For 1 minute. So yeah, you rolled a 10. This turn, you can act normally. I can't hear you though. You're muted.
Sure, I will rush forward, trying to find the thing, and knowing that it's a circular room, so there's only that many places it can be.
Well, you were. So here's the thing. You said before you were holding a torch. I take it your
Oh.
maul is two-handed. Can we assume you've lost the torch at some point, and we're now going off Ash's light only? Because you're currently wielding a great big maul and apparently
I
a torch.
suppose, yeah.
Then let me just quickly change you.
We need a
from-
head torch.
That's better then.
Draw. All right.
Yeah, you don't
So
know what
I'll
you're charging towards.
rush forward, look around, not see it. I will prepare to throw a hand axe at it when it appears.
Okay. Atticus.
I will power up and ready an Eldritch Blast because I just can't get a clear shot.
Okay, so what is the condition for you casting Eldritch Blast?
If he becomes not obscured, I blast.
Okay. Siri, in the darkness you're scanning, looking for this creature, and suddenly, again, you just feel an eye fixating on you.
Oof.
You succeed on the saving throw.
Crap, I can't see shite.
And in your mind, you just start to hear, could help you save, naughty brother. Help you sway, naughty brother. The tools to help, the tools to heal, naughty brother. I'm going to cast Tempt with Knowledge on you. Do you wish to fight it? Or do you wish to listen to what the creature has? You can willingly fail the saving throw if you would like to hear its knowledge.
No, I like to roll a saving throw, please.
Okay.
Private. Someone. Did you roll something for me?
No, did you not see a saving throw there? I didn't click to do anything. Maybe you left it too long and it auto-rolled it. But if you...
I think it auto-rolled it, yeah. Yeah, okay. So it auto-rolls that.
Yeah, if you would rather roll it yourself, you can.
Oh no, this is good.
Yeah,
I'm keeping this.
So you feel, nothing. You took no damage, did you? You shrug
No, I
off
did take
the
some damage.
Oh yeah, you did a little bit. You shrug off the temptation to, You shrug off the temptation to listen to what it has to say.
So it attacked me twice, once with the gaze and once with the...
Yes.
Nasty little... Okay. This thing's gonna die.
Asha, you're up.
Alright, having heard Sarah yell about the light, I'm gonna come out and run up. Okay.
Is that obscured from my position? It's moderately obscured by a
Let me
shape.
have a look. Yeah. I'd let you do it at -2.
Deal. Almost like you asked me what the condition was, and then the creature knew. For mind-reading reasons. Well, I fucking critically hit.
Woohoo!
Oh.
Look at all these dice. Ooh.
Why did that roll twice? That's weird. Oh, because Luca was holding on to one as well, was she?
No, it's her turn.
It's her turn.
Oh, yeah.
But I...
You
made
critically
an
missed.
obscured.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't see my roll. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Nat 1
Yeah.
badly misses. Atticus's is coming so hard that it just knocks yours off course and careens through.
I mean, I think this is her first time Eldritch Blasting, so...
I feel like it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do your infernal incantation, and she's like, Eldritcho Blastio, and it just comes out like a balloon going down.
Okay, are they physically different, the Eldritch Blasts? Like, do they
It's a-
look different?
You tell me, players. What does your Eldritch Blast look like, Atticus?
Well, I definitely do a small guttural infernal chant when I do it, and it comes out kind of as the animation is a dark beam of blacks and reds, you know?
Okay. And Vasha?
Yeah, mine's much more of like, I'm not even chanting anything. I'm more just like, and it just seems to be coming out of me like almost like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, and it's happening.
Doing fast to it, guys.
But it's very much like a warm orange glow, but around the edge there's like a purplish halo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, anything else from Masha then?
No, that's all I can do.
Siri.
Alright, I can see this mofo. So I'm coming in. And I'm going to...
Oh, no.
get out of my head!
Could have helped.
Gosh.
Swings, hits. Not the books. Why the books?
The second wind. Previous roll of second wind has not completed. Okay, complete previous. There you go. That's from when I did it before that I wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Normal. I guess that I'll have to do. You're going here. Actually, there. Does it look? How does it look? This thing? This
There's
creature?
a trail of purple blood following it. It looks heavily wounded.
Alright, let's see how much damage you can do. Obsidian.
Obsidian, roll that d10.
Yeah, so about that. Didn't want to break the turn, but I had to recheck something on the confusion spell just to make sure that I cannot indeed use reactions. So I was unable to throw my hand axe.
Oh yeah, and if a creature can't fit reactions, yeah, I missed that.
But it does also say that there's a reroll of a saving throw at the end of every round, I believe, or turn. I don't know, which I mean, a little bit.
That it doesn't say that here in Foundry. However, that's weird. Its absence is weird enough that if you're seeing it in an official place somewhere else, it says it does. I'm happy to do that.
Okay. I mean, let's not retroactively do that, but so that will be I do nothing this turn again.
Okay. Where did you see that it is saying there's a turn by turn roll?
In a certain place.
Does a certain place have it in the official description? That's really weird. I'm happy to go with that. Roll me the DC 14. Was it charisma or wisdom? Where are we?
Wisdom.
Yeah. Give me DC 14 wisdom.
Sure thing.
No.
Wisdom.
I get the points that I was a good sport, but still, no.
No. It's a fun fight, I'm sure.
Atticus.
I will charge in to join my sister in battle. Thank God for diagonal movement. Charge in with the greatsword, going in for a stabbing motion towards the wall. Fuck. I will try and kick him. Fuck. That's it. That's all I can do.
He will. Good grief. He is ended. He will end his confusion on Obsidian. and drop it instead in front of him. If Atticus and Ciri would please make me the requisite saving roll. Oh, Atticus. Oh, why is Atticus? What's private? Both have come through private for me. You can see it though in the big
display on the spell.
Yeah, you can see the 17 and the 20, yeah? He tries to turn you against each other. We have the power of fraternity!
Sibling magic is strong.
Some things are not confusing,
And then
although sometimes they're tempting.
Like our
he
relationship.
will...
Bastard.
Where are you going? Where are you going? That's the worst possible place you could go.
Yeah, because this is the moment where nowhere to run begins to play.
Oh, but I also have movement. So far, he's just been teleporting around.
Asher.
I mean, I can still see him, but I'll just. I want to get like super close to the thing. So I'll just go up there so everyone can see him nice and clear, and then I'll just blast him.
Please don't push him. Please don't push him.
I
Please
won't
don't push
push
him.
him. Come on.
Ciri, you're up.
Oh, I can't. Oh, there you are. With sort of super speed, Cora moves 30 feet, and then Ciri connects to it.
Do you have
Then-
to be able to see them for that to happen?
Does not say.
Nice.
It says regardless of the distance, and it doesn't say.
Cool.
It says you can teleport. So something that we didn't do before, but we should do now. It's actually a swap.
Yeah.
So Cora would be where I am.
Limited by how far you can make it go away from you, right?
It can go. Oh, hold on. It can't be more than 30 feet from me. Hold on. Sorry. No, it's fine. It's still gonna work. So let me put myself back.
He's 50
And
feet
he
away
was-
from you, though.
But no, where was
I see.
he? He was
So
here,
you're
right?
gonna, are you gonna swap? Oh, my thing's moved now. Were you gonna swap to there and then just run the rest of the way?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll put you back, but Kura will be
As long as this is.
there, I think it was.
If that's where he was, then I'm short. If that's where he was, that's okay. If that is, then I need to be 5 feet back. Yeah. Which is fine.
I think he was there.
That's fine. Then
Cool.
I need to move 5 feet back. Hold on. Which means crossbow. Could have done that in a different way, but it's too late. Crossbow? Can he react to 22?
He could for a few rounds, but he can't now.
And then crossbow to the face. And then I can also. It can also just move. It just says.
Obsidian, you're coming up. In fact, Siri has clicked to enter turn, I think.
I have. Sorry. Okay, never mind. Or someone ended.
Me.
Well, I didn't click anything.
No, I didn't click it, but yeah, go on. What do you want to do?
I just wanted to be here. Just Cora to move here. Thanks.
Okay, Obsidian, you're up.
Obsidian will stop admiring the books and sort of look around a bit, just sort of still slightly confused. Then put them all, like hold it with one hand and reach for a javelin and throw one at the thing.
Hits.
Respectable. Wow. Oh,
a nice one. And then I guess we'll get just there to sort of slowly close the distance and maybe cut it off a little bit. And that's me.
Atticus.
Well, I can't see anything, so I'm gonna get charging around again. Okay. Having spotted the fray, I will try and get closer.
What song are we playing?
And I'm gonna, on my way, Eldritch Blast.
A natty 20.
Apparently, I'm destined to be
Silvery
a ranged caster.
button.
How do you know you're on the right path? Really? Confirmation.
It looks. You feel like you've killed it. There's a moment where you think it's dead. It falls onto its back and then just continues with momentum. Lands on all fours. The head almost being upside down, but the eye just still focusing on you as the head turns.
It's mine! I've got him!
Anything else from you?
Sadly, I have no bonus actions for this situation.
The creature will. Yep. Siri's closest. Siri's right in front. Is gonna do the eye thing. Oh no, that's not the thing. There we go. You succeed.
15? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Damn.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Oh, it can't do what it was gonna do then. So it will instead, out of desperation, its follow-up is, and yes, it does have a combination multi-attack. This is some flea monsters bullshit. It's gonna try and mind whip Atticus, who just unleashed big shit at it. That should be an int saving throw. A lash of psychic energy racks your mind, Atticus. And next turn, well, you can't take a reaction, and on your next turn, you must choose whether it's a move, an action, or a bonus. You only get one. And then, I don't know, I can't remember if Kura can get opportunity attacks, but it wouldn't know either.
Yes, it
will
can.
try to move
Actually,
away.
it does.
Yeah.
It does. It does. It does.
Then make
When a
an
creature
attack.
you can see within 5 feet. Yep, I can use my reaction.
Yeah,
Ha!
it will try to scuttle. So yeah, make an attack.
That
Is
can't be booming blade, so just longsword, right? Yeah.
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 Tell us what Kuratora's first kill looks like.
Oh my god, my baby. So I guess for Atticus and Asher, who are closer, maybe paying attention, for a glimpse second, this like swirl of energy coalesces into what maybe, like, blink if you missed it, looks like a feathered sword, like a sword made out of a fan of feathers, and it just slices like katana
Like just
style,
one of these, for example.
like one of these. But it's all made of like some sort of like weird celestial energy, with like some heels and oranges. But it's like it's a moment. Like maybe you imagined it, and it just like slices through the nothing and slices it diagonally in half, and it does that beautiful thing where it just kind of goes like, oh.
Big eye samurai. And yeah, it topples.
If it goes down, I'm gonna run over and be like, nobody touch the eye! I can do a lot of stuff with those!
Oh yeah, the diagonal hasn't gone through the eye. It's gone just like the body. I was thinking for a second pierce the eye, and then I was like, no. Keep trying.
Yeah, it tumbles to the floor.
And
I totally had that. Come on, Sire. What are you doing?
that wasn't me.
GM, I would like to carefully extract this eyeball.
Okay, well that'll be a med. Are you running over and dropping to the floor to do it immediately, or trying to do a defibrillator moment? Or are you just marking? Because this would be something that would be a bit of a process and would be a medicine check and things like that.
I mean, I am gonna run over and do it, but I am gonna do it carefully.
Okay, then make me a medicine check for your.
Obsidian would very much like to assist with that if you agree.
Yeah, sure. You can steady the skull, try and hold it still as she makes her incisions. It's a big eye. We're going to call it a 12. Yep,
so advantage because I've been helped.
Please put in your to-do channel for me to give you one Nothic eye.
Yeah. I'm just gonna, just hold it there, and then, perfect! I was holding it in my hand, and I will put it in, like, nice.
The pupil absolutely moves and follows you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a little jar that I have. One of those wide mouth ones, you know? Okay, Nothic eye. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I got one.
So.
What is that on the floor?
I'm inspecting the little creature.
Yes, it is a small automaton.
Little metal man.
But you see, looks to be made of heavy brass plates with some glowing components and stamped, like machine stamped on the breast. There's like a small rectangle that inside has 800K.
Book.
Well done. No flies on you.
I thought about it, and then I was just watching the camera because I could see Lucy going.
And I would say, just giving an initial.
I also count on my fingers.
An initial inspection, you would see there is a small crystal that clearly looks like it was housed in like a hole in its shoulder, and there's dented damage around it, and the crystal appears to be slightly sticking out of.
Oh. Immediately shove that back in.
No. You push the crystal in, and there's just like, and a moment later, the small creature and like comes up with a very soft glow, hovering slightly above the floor.
Creature. What are you?
Felicitations!
And greetings to you too.
Query? Please state the nature of your query for the Dragon Hall.
There's a magical fire on one of the bookshelves. How do we put it out?
A fire? A fire? Fire is ridden! And it just sets off like a little. It's very sort of slightly forward leaning as it goes. And you see that, yeah, the creature just looking at these burning shells just emits a cloud of fog from a cloud of fog from its wrist. And the flames are doused, leaving just black, a section of blackened, almost melted shelving at the end.
Do we ask it to turn the lights on? I can barely see.
Automated library attendant man. Can you make it lighter in here?
yeah, it will pause for a moment and then.
Better. Just looking around if there's anything else here that is.
There has been irreparable damage to a large segment of books. Lamentable.
Query?
Query?
Can you tell me about Mithras, the white dragon?
Mithras. Dragon. Section 6. And it drifts off towards a shelf. It's very loud. It kind of fills. It doesn't seem to be becoming of a library. Dragon with name M. Section K through M. And it starts leafing through books rapidly, like a quick. It's very much like a cleaning robot in WALL-E. It's going. It goes as it rapidly goes through books. It goes. Firekrog, Corvellium, Kurgalzu, Lodogov, Malastorek, Mithras, Old White Death. And extracts a book from the shelf and extends out to you. And there is a large tome called Mithras, Old White Death.
Looks like he did have something. I'll come and lay that book on the table here near Sere. Automated attendant, can you tell us what happened in this room?
I was struck, and then everything went off.
Who struck
do
you?
You know what you were struck by?
Yeah.
Unauthorized attendant. Did not enter with authorization. Did not enter through doorway. Entered through planar gate.
Description.
Did not see. Tensed creation of portal, then was struck. Then went dark. Suspect deactivation.
That is unfortunate.
Library attendant. Are there any books missing out of the library from when you went off until now?
A sizable area of books have been set fire. Section 12 has been destroyed. Dragon's name R through V.
R through V?
Approximately 69 tomes destroyed.
Is there anything else missing? Everything else is in place?
A full diagnostic scan will take time.
Fair enough. Library attendant.
Query?
Query. Do you reckon? I mean, can you leave this room?
Negative. Directive is to assist with query and to enforce lack of withdrawals. Books may not be removed from the Dragon Hall.
She turns to Atticus and Asher, who are closer, and says, I really think we should find out the acolytes in the dark robes. It seems that whatever came in here came through a planar gate, but perhaps there could be further clues as to who came through that planar gate. but I don't know if this assistant is the right person to ask.
Does it know what Sendax is?
I don't know what Sendax is.
Does it know?
Query.
Ask it.
Query.
Do you know what Sendax is?
Sendax. Section 12.
Well,
Section unavailable.
What's syntax?
so Sendax is a dragon as well. Is it all about dragons, or are there other creatures catalogued here?
Sorry, remind me where the name Sendax comes from?
From the thing you deciphered.
Oh, I see.
Query.
Query.
Are there any other records of dragons in Athkatla?
None worth comparison to the Hall of Dragons.
I don't know who this Sendax is. But
Can everyone make me a perception check as well, please?
Yes.
Still confused.
Oh dear.
I never
Oh
rolled
dear.
on these.
Oh? Oh god.
God damn it.
You see it. Oh, in fact, no, it was you yourself who was doing the pursuing. As you're talking, just suddenly the automaton zip, on the spot to Atticus and say,
Books may not be removed from the library.
I'm not removing any book from the library. I'm reading a book. Now, bugger off.
it just sort of remains floating in that position. Doesn't move, doesn't stop you, but it's just looking at you.
Judging.
That book is Kurigalzu, the Red Whimper.
And what about this other book? And he points to the book next to that.
Corvellium, the Cultivator.
Interesting. He'll take that book.
Is that in addition to or instead of?
No, both books, and he's going to go and have a sit over here and read.
Cool.
What are you doing?
We're in a library, Sule, and I've got 2 books. What do you think?
Why these books?
Because they look interesting. I liked the cover.
Oh. Come on.
I
You
wanna
only
learn
take an
something,
interest in
Sule.
things that you... Yeah, I know, but why are these interesting to you?
It's about Corvellium, the big dragon thing. The bones, remember?
I remember.
Well, I'll tell you if I find anything interesting.
Okay. Jesus. I mean, someone else.
El Martyr.
Blind Io. So, are you actually making any attempt? Is anyone making an attempt to read any of the books that you have picked up so far?
I'll read both, yeah.
Yeah, I will.
At the same time, what did I...
Yeah. I will.
No, what is inside the other?
He pulled out the one on Mithras, right? I think Mithras. I think We should definitely read that. I'm assuming that's not one of the ones.
No, I put that on the table next to you.
Right.
The Nothic.
You should see that the books for Kudagalzu, Coravelium, and Mithras in just a second should now all be in the lore tab.
No, don't. I've got a lot of reading to do.
Do you want someone to read it just so we're not staring at screens?
I would love that if someone would like to read one of them.
Oh god, this is giving me
In fact, given they are slightly longer reads, I will grant inspiration for anyone who reads a book aloud for the group and for our dear viewer.
I'll read a book!
I can read so many fucking books!
Yeah, I'll wander over to the table with Mithras.
Okay.
The Mithras book and be like, is this about the dragon that you guys... No, wait. You didn't fight him. Yeah. That you guys learned about, right? And I'm gonna open the book. It says, status presumed alive. Mithras was orphaned as a wormling when his entire family were slaughtered. And I'm just sitting there reading it out loud to everyone. By the Archmage Tulrun in 940 DR, he spent much of his early life plotting revenge against his family's killer. And I'm just gonna look up. I did not know that dragons plotted revenge. That's okay. In 1279 DR, Mithras sent the first of many waves of attackers against Tulrun's tent, his enemy's stronghold. 10 years later, Tulrun met Mithras face to face, not looking to kill him, but to parley. Mithras agreed not to attack the civilized parts of the Silver Marches in exchange for Tulrun leaving him alone. And then it goes down here to say Mithras gained fame in 1324 DR for slaying the Red Dragon Rathaleog. Gosh. Some other red dragon of some kind above the city of Neverwinter, as well as the sorceress Sharira when he smashed her tower in his triumph. He was also known for killing the Hot's Tower mage Farothalin. Man, there's a lot of names in here. Over a Netherese spellbook and the blue dragon. And I'm just gonna look up at everyone. Nope. Some blue dragon. It's Eltagrathulura. During a visit to a mage fair in Var the Golden. Mithras was among the dozen or so dragons that attacked the host tower of the Arcane in Luskan because of Sam Master's Rage of Dragons in 1373 DR. When part of the tower fell, Mithras made off with a good deal of magical items, including a few powerful, priceless tomes. Let's see, down here, the dragon in circa 1480 DR made his home in an iceberg called Oyavagaden on the Sea of Moving Ice. Is that where you guys went?
No, we were closer than that.
Oh, okay. In 1484 DR, Mithras and his son Arvangris allied with the orcs and drow forces that assaulted Lurar during the Darkening. He was also ridden by Tiago Benra in the assault against Nesme. Mithras vanished for several years after that before reappearing in the Sword Coast, seemingly striking at random. Mithras' first mate was Galantatra, the old mother worm, but seemingly did not care when she was killed. And Asher's gonna look up like, I was really thinking first mate like on a ship, but now I get that was like his lady. Okay. Mithras' mate after that was Arvetrace. They had offspring including Arabangris. However, all were killed, and now Mithras exists with neither mate nor spawn. Aw. Seemingly too old to care about breeding again. Okay. Mithras' mother was the spawn of Aril Snefanglin, She, her mate, and all of Mithras' siblings were killed. Yeah, okay. It says recent activity. Reports, sightings, and encounters with Mithras have increased over the last 2 years, almost all of them being violent. The frequency, all of it confirms that he has abandoned his former lair on Aya Vigaton and must be roosting inland, though his purpose is unknown. And then I'm just gonna close the book with a left thumb and just be like, man, I don't know about you, but that I
That was very
dense.
dense.
I was reading it out loud.
Get yourself
and
inspiration.
waving through my head.
That was
One
very
of-
dense. Facts rather than a story.
Who would like to read the Coravellium tome?
I will go. Coravellium the Cultivator. Status: deceased, killed by another dragon in 1457 DR. Coravellium was a dragon of indeterminate colour, with contradicting reports of whether she was chromatic, metallic, or a more obscure flight. Some accounts describe her as scaled, finned, feathered, or even made of shifting colours. Regardless of her origin, all accounts confirm that she was a stalwart champion of Sylvanus, acting for decades in the northern regions of the Sword Coast and further inland to preserve the balance of nature. Such was Coravellium's tireless commitment to helping those in need and healing the land that she herself became a figure of worship among some of the smaller tribes of creatures with less complex views of theocracy, such as kobolds, some goblinoids, and good-natured fae. Coravellium was not known to have any consort and kept no dragon hoard, though she always travelled with 2 dragon eggs that she treated as prize jewels. They were said to be the last 2 eggs she had laid. Though they were growing painstakingly slowly, she tirelessly nurtured them closer and closer to hatching over the decades. Coravellium met with a sudden, unexpected, and violent end at the claws of a large dragon who arrived abruptly in the region. What few eyewitnesses escaped said that despite Coravellium's might and wile, she was terrifyingly outmatched, and the encounter lasted mere minutes. Sadly, the violence also smashed Coravellium's 2 remaining eggs, ending her line. Or did it?
So, just to be clear though, Atticus isn't reading that out loud for everyone. We're just sharing lore right now. Right?
Up to you, I guess. If you would have been, hey guys, listen to this. You can certainly can if you want.
I mean, not so explicitly, but I would go and share the details since
Yeah.
I mentioned it and because we all stayed in Coravellium's bones.
And who would like to read Kurigalzu the Red Whimper? Oh, also give yourself inspiration, Atticus. Shall I read this one out loud if we're on no volunteers?
No, I want the inspiration, and I'm inspiration whore. Kurigalzu the Red Whimper. This is just so you know, this is giving me like massive flashbacks to when I hated reading out loud in school. Kurigalzu was quite comfortable with polymorphing into human form, which he often did, and he used it to enter human society. When human dies, he posed as Lord Jiren Firkhag II, the son of the moniker his late father often used. Kurigalzu, however, lacked his father's patience and skill for playing political and failed to achieve the same impact that Firkhag did amongst the nobility. Kurigalzu was an accomplished sorcerer, a gift that his forebears lacked. He used this to great and devastating effect, making a number of demonic pacts and brokering several alliances with fiends and devils. As his powers began to grow and his influence spread, he attracted the attention of the Knight of Bahamut.
Oh,
Now,
sorry, but that's meant to be
the Knights
plural. Yeah. My
Yeah,
typo.
the Knights of Bahamut. Is it Bahamut or Bahamut?
I mean, I feel like you said the same thing twice.
Right, okay. A now defunct organization that was newly founded and functional within many regions of Am at the time. They slew Kurigalzu, but at great cost to their numbers, which never recovered. The order were said to have sealed Kurigalzu's remains away, as the risk of demonic taint within his remains linger in his bones and blood were too great to risk spreading across the room. Kurigalzu left no progeny. Are you reading this out loud?
No.
Okay.
Cool. So if Atticus is just sitting there reading, after I finished reading about Mithras, and he's occasionally shouting Corvellian facts to us, real talk, are we wanting to go back and try and deal with that skull? Checking maybe it's gone?
Sounds like a job for me.
I think
Although if we can't get rid of it permanently, do we need to look up a book and learn this ritual?
I mean, so we could try something and see if it works. We could try using some holy water because it's undead. See if that works.
I mean, that's a pretty load-bearing if, Ash. Is it okay if I call you Ash?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
I mean, I'm fairly confident that that would do the trick in a tight spot, but you know, you never know with these things.
I just don't want it to get the chance to like bite my face off, you know, if we aren't even going to be able to kill it anyway.
Is this a permanent feature? The circling books and the energy in this middle of the room.
No, it will be quite frustrating and vexatious to resolve.
Alright. But it is on you to resolve.
It is for me to resolve. This does not appear to be within the Huey decimal system.
Right.
Curry, can you feel any sort of fallen presence in the library? Something that doesn't belong? Or has everything returned to normal now?
I am not aware of any further foreign bodies within the Dragon Hall, other than yourselves.
Fair enough.
Hypothesis: floating books are due to residual magic from Planar Gate. We'll need to report regarding destroyed books.
Yes. Well, I'm of the mind that we can't leave the Flaming Skull unresolved. What if another acolyte comes down here and gets killed by it? At least we need to seal it, or... I mean, perhaps... Asher, you said it was attached to powerful magicians, right? Could it be attached to the Nothic? That creature that you just explained to me was called Nothic.
Honestly, what I'm kind of hoping is that it will not be there anymore.
Well, I'm sure they would like to recover Lucinda's corpse, so we really must check if it's there or not and deal with it no matter what.
I'll head onwards.
I'll
And
follow.
I think as you make your way down those corridors towards the cavern, do we feel like that's a good place to call it for the night? And we'll pick up with that interaction next week.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Well, thank you very much for a very fun session in which I really thought that we were going to have to lose a character at least. That was a surprisingly hairy combat for what all the calculators said was cool. But yeah, cool. We will be back next week, and we'll see you then.